Today, this is the day two of these forex trading course that I'm posting on YouTube for you guys to watch. And a lot of people ask me why I'm doing this. I'm just doing it because I'm making this video for my younger self. Like I wish I knew about all this things from the beginning. Or I wish I have like a very um simple but yet effective way of trading from the beginning. My life would have been so easy, honestly, because majority of the forex trading courses or majority of the forex trading content on YouTube, it's more like limited to having to get you where you want to get to. So it means that it's less effective on your life. Yes, it gives you awareness of what you're lacking or what you want to get. Then you go look for more. But my job is not just to give you awareness also, but also to give you the solution that you need for the things that you need to be able to change your life. I mean, what's the purpose of learning it first? But the purpose of learning things or spending time to learn things is because you know that you believe and you know that it's gonna give you a different outcome. It's gonna make life better for you. So if you're learning and your life is not getting better, it means probably like I have this my mentor that says that if you're learning and the things you're learning is not changing or making life better for you, it means you're daft. I'm not saying you're daft, he said it. So anyway, I'm just repeating what he said. Anyway, so welcome to this video, and we're going to talk about market structure. And the reason why I want to talk about market structure is just basically the easiest way to trade the market. It's There's no complication, like like nothing that is complex here. Don't go and be giving yourself, heart attack, or you want to give yourself headache trying to figure some. It's it's everything. Every single thing that works in life is being guided by principle and law. And trading is not exceptional. Like any business, anything in this life, in this world, is being guided by law. And if you don't apply the law, you will always, like the Bible said it. I will see if I can get a Bible scripture. It said, where's my Bible? I'm sorry, I'm not a pastor, so I don't know all the scriptures ahead. I'm still trying. I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, so one of the Bible scripture that I want to like quote is refuse discipline and end up homeless, embrace correction and live an honored life. Another one that I want to say is where is it though? So it's just basically having to have to follow the law. Like it's just like if you want to create wealth in from trading, there are laws, principles that you need to like. I think we get into it like this will be one of the series of um this course that I want to like talk about. I'll be uploading about it, and but today let's just dive into this market structure. And market structure is just like you understanding the language of the market, understanding what the buyers are saying, what the sellers are saying, what is going on in the market, what is the market telling you, what is the price telling you. It's basically just price action, just price action. But we're gonna get into it. We'll dive in. So I just want you to have more understanding on it. And in my previous video, I was talking about the psychology that you need, the mindset that you need as a trader, as a beginner, or to carry you or to be able to carry you, which is longevity. Like you have to have the mindset of like you're not trading just to make money to feed yourself. Now, yes, you're probably poor, you don't have money, you don't want to pay bills, but that's not gonna be the objective. Your objective is having to like, let's say for example, you want a better life, you want to be able to live without having to look at prices, or you want your family, your girlfriend, your wife, your mama, your brother, you want to be able to be a good man. The Bible said a good man leave inheritance for his children. You want to be, so you want to leave inheritance for your grandkids, for your generation. Like you're breaking barriers for your generations to come, right? So you have to have that mindset, because without that, you will not it will not allow you to hold your trade to a point where you're supposed to hold it to. Like something happened to me yesterday. I entered a trade. Let me see. Let me show you. I entered a trade from here, basically from here. This was my entry. I never break the trade. I never break them down for you guys. For you guys, I entered the trade from here. Very sweet trade, right? You will see. Then it was really moving. I entered from here. My stop loss was 100 pips, like 100 pips. Yeah, somewhere around there. Then, yeah, I didn't close here. What happened? I closed there. The reason being, I closed at 1 to 3 thereabout. The reason why I closed there was because why? Because number one, I was chasing after the money. I wasn't chasing after like the process of the trading. I wasn't focusing on like, okay, let me even see what the market like. It hasn't given me like, I have no reason to enter the trade. Yes, of course it's gonna come down to here and retest, then continue going down. Yes, I was expecting that from the beginning of my entry. But I totally forgot the reason why I entered the trade, and I just like, okay, now money now, I don't want me the money go back. I don't want me the money back. And then I closed, and guess what? I should have made about 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 yesterday. Yeah, 1 to 5. It would have given me more money. And again, I ended up losing money from BTC because again, I was hungry at myself for doing so. With that being said, your mindset starting this trade with is gonna help you to be able to do well faster. It took me it took me 3 years to even know what trading is. Yes, I was trading losing back to back because my initial goal was to make money and double it. I was losing back to back, like lying to people for money, having to, reduce my values, my integrity, lose my integrity just to get money to trade. Lying to people of who I was, I wasn't, just to be able to get money to trade. Why? Because I totally like I wasn't. Like it kind of revealed who I was. I was chasing after the money. I wasn't chasing after, I have no meaning. Like I have no purpose. I have no reason why to trade. I felt like trading is just ordinary. Like same thing as business. If you don't have any purpose for you starting the trade or for you starting the business, you cannot. There will be sometimes you have a breakdown. There's no way you want to like. If your goal is to make money or looking for money, you start in a business with that. It doesn't go a long way. It doesn't go far. So I'm just gonna go into the course right now. Again, I hope this help you in one way or the other. And if you do like after this video, you can get to send to people who will be interested in it. So we're gonna start. I'm using ChatGPT to help us today, right? So basically, I just want to be able to not miss any. I don't want to miss anything for you guys. I just want to be able to do my part and having to um bring good news to you guys. So when you're coming to trade, one and two things that you have to know: trade or the market moves in a directional ways or path. There are three different ways, or there are two ways I would say. There's one called trend and there's one called range. It means that trend means that the market is going one directional ways. It doesn't mean it cannot branch or it will not branch anywhere, but the path is just the goal is like I'm going this particular point. And until I get there, there's not gonna be any big news or any surprises, right? That is how trading is. So just think of yourself as you're going to work every morning, right? And when you're leaving the house, you first have to, if you have a car, you have to drive into the car. Then on your way going, it doesn't go straight to your work. You have to go through some streets. You have to go through some corners, some things. Same thing as trading. Yes, it's going up, but it doesn't go that way. What I'm trying to explain is this is where let me This is where the market is right now, right? Then this is where it want to come. It wants to come here. It wants to come here, right? In order for, let me just change this. Okay, so now the market is moving. Let's say, for example, it's moving from this green point to this blue, right? Then most of us, sometimes it goes straight away to the point. Sometimes it will go through some corners like having to stop over to buy fuel. Maybe you have a friend that he wants to pick from the way, like even when you think it's gonna go like this, it will still come here. Then before it will not go here. Same thing as when if it's gonna come from up here, you know, like this. You can see. Let's see this. So now you understand this now. I just use that analogy because again that's like our day-to-day activities. And there's other one called ranging. Ranging is just like you having to be at home, right? It's just like you having to be at home. All you do is just from your living room to your bedroom to the kitchen, or to your bedroom to this is just ranging. Then ranging can come in different form. Even inside this range, you can still find something like this exactly. What I'm trying to say is that when it comes to market structure, there are two things that you have to look out for. You have to look for the trend. Let me. You have to look for the trend. You have to look for the consolidation range. Range, you can call it range, or you can call it consolidation. Okay. Consolidation. You can call it consolidation, or you can call it trend. And when it comes to trend, we have two different type of trend. We have uptrend and we have downtrend. Uptrend, I will just have to put it there. Uptrend, and we have downtrend. So downtrend is when the market is going down, as you can see down. Then uptrend is when the market is going up. So which is this? This is indicating up. This is indicating up, and this is indicating downtrend right here. So when the market is going up, when the price is going up, it means that the market is going on an uptrend. Then when it's coming down, it means it's going on a downtrend. Then you should not forget. You should not forget. And this consolidation happen. This consolidation happen when or happens is it's just one of the market phases, right? But or market condition, I would say. But what are we going to discuss, or what are we going to focus on? We are going to focus on these just two type, or this particular style of the market structure, which is trend. I'm just going to categorize them as a trend. We're going to talk about the trend because this is where you make the most money, because you can't, it cannot tells you where it's going to, because it's directional. It's the pathway. It's like when somebody say I'm going to my office, I'm driving, and you don't have you guys have the same, you're going to the same office, or you're going, like, you feel like you're going on the same way, but it's not his office. He's driving. What do? You ride along with the person. Same thing as trading. When the market is showing you this pathway, This trend, we're gonna go into how can you tell or what makes trends, right? Which is the same thing like, okay, you know somebody is going to the office, but they have to branch different places, and you know that this branching of somebody, yeah, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it's still going to the office. So you kind of relax, you feel relaxed, right? Same thing on trading. So our job is to having to figure out on how to follow the trend. Just like, okay, you know somebody's going this particular place, like maybe you're going to like depends on where you are. You can say, okay, can I tag along? Can I same thing as as a trader, the market will tell you when, the market will tell you whether it's a trend or not. Then you want to know, or you will know if you're okay to tag along. I will tell you. But before then, when it comes to trend, right? When it comes to trend, I'm just gonna come here. So when it comes to trend, there's something, especially when it comes to uptrend or bullish trend, it is structured with higher high and higher lows, and meaning that buyers are taking, like buyers are in control. When it comes to uptrend, it means that buyers are taking control. Then we're gonna like same thing as downtrend, which is also called bearish, means that price is generally moving down over time, and structure lower high and lower low. Those mean sellers are. Then I talked about the range earlier. Range is, basically like the market is, the price is not moving strongly up and down. It's just there. The price is just, it's just between support and resistance, and there's no indecisive. Nobody is winning. The market is just there. It's just there. So you can categorize like, and when it comes to consolidation, how do you tell? Let's start from consolidation. How do you tell consolidation? You tell from, you know, from creating, there's a support, there's a support, and there's a resistance. Sorry, well, resistance. The support is the bottom, the resistance is the top. So basically, just think of this as the ceiling and as the floor. So think of the resistance as this. Resistance is like something that resists something from going somewhere, right? Then see this resistance as the ceiling, and see this support as the floor, because it's like when you have like a ball, like maybe tennis ball, and you bounce it on the floor, it goes up. And when it gets to ceiling, what does it do? It will come down to the floor, and which is to the support. So that is what is happening here. Just the market moving from one support to resistance, from one support to resistance. Then there are some points where there's pressure that will lead the market to just break above the resistance or below the support level. So in that way, we'll talk about that one as we progress. But right now, just understand that when you say market is ranging and how to identify it, we see resistance level and the support, which is the highs, and which is the resistance, which is the ceiling, and we have the support, which is this floor. Then moving to trends, the trend part of this topic, which is what we're gonna focus on, is consists of what? High, higher, high, higher high and higher low, higher low. Higher low. Okay, so now when we're talking about uptrend, we're basically talking about It consists of higher high and higher low. How can you identify a possible or an uptrend? Is when you see higher high. What does even higher high means? What does higher high mean? What does higher low means? Higher high means that it means that this one is high, right? This is the highest the market is right now. Then it comes down. Then to create a low. So it's just like there's this pattern, there's this proverb or these parables in my in my from where I come from. It says that àgbò tó jí lọ sẹ́yìn ó padà lọ mú agbára ni. It means that the sheep or the ram that goes that reverse back, reverse to go and it reverse to go and consume more energy for the next round or for the next fight. So it means that yes, when ram the fight. I don't know if you've seen a video like when they fight and when they eat each other, then they reverse back. Then the reverse means they have to go and gather more strength for the next one. So exactly the same thing as strength as a trend. So now the market comes back. The sellers put this is basically like the seller having to push back a little bit after. How do I construct this thing so that I need to like have a way to articulate this so that you guys will understand what I'm about to say. So the thing is that right here, buyers push the market to go up, right? And this is the highest it can get right now, or it is right now. Then this buyers start exhausting, the sellers start taking over again. Then we get to a particular point and the buyers like, no, it's like we are sleeping now, like sellers are taking over. Then buyers we push the market again. Then when they push the market, it is either going to be equal as this to be creating resistance, or it will be higher. It will be higher than this. So whenever it gets higher than the previous high, it becomes what? Higher high. So this is how you get the higher high from. Then again, this higher high now, the buyers will probably be having exhaustion in this area. Sellers will take over a little bit, just a little bit, and they'll push the market to down. Then having to push the market down, it will now be respecting the previous higher high, more like becoming a support level, right? Don't forget, this was the previous high. This was when the buyers pushed the market to reach. It was the highest it could get earlier, previously. Then now we have a new higher high, which is higher than the previous one. So now it has to be low because it's lower than this. So when the market gets to that point, what does it mean? It means that it is high, but it's also low, which is higher low. This was the previous higher high, now becoming a new low for this current higher high. So now the market gets here because this was a resistance but turning support. The market, and what did I tell you about when the market gets to a support level? It goes up from there. Like we expect the market to goes up when it gets to a support level. So now the market will move up again. Then having to move up again, it will now be creating a new higher high, making this one lower to this new high. Means that this new high is superior to the other one. So the market will come again, retest, and create a new higher low. That's just basically how higher high and higher low works. So it's not just like, don't allow yourself to just be stressed or be stressed about it. Then the market will again, because this was a support, just like it happened here, the market will likely respect it and goes up. It can either come and retest this to be equal high, or it can also break above it and then end up coming again, and just it can continue the pattern until it reach the place where it wants to go to. Then after it gets to that place, then we can now see a change of pattern where the market will probably want to set back to where it was coming from, or etc. So if that makes sense, then yeah. And on the other hand, so I'm just like I said. Okay. let's see. So anyway, so this is how it works. It's basically like difficult to do. Then when we're talking about downtrend, which is, let me just clarify this. Downtrend is also bearish. And what is bearish? Bearish is sell. Bearish trend. Sorry, me. Sorry, I totally forgot that's the bullish. It's buy. Or buyers taking over. Basically simple as that. Just basically simple. It's as simple as this. Buyers are taking over. Those buyers. So when we move to what is this now? Okay. So when we move to downtrend is basically when the market is downtrend is downtrend is also bearish trend. Bearish trend. Take over the market. So now, if you want to like take your time to just understand this, you can pause it and just take your time. But we're gonna move on to so okay. So same thing as now. Let's the same way we analyze or we I explain the uptrend is also the same way. It's just like you having to just reverse it, like just switch it upside down. Just switch it upside down. So how do you identify a downtrend? A downtrend is just consists of lower lower high and lower lows, or lower low and lower highs. So it means that something that is going down, the sellers, the sellers, uh, this is seller here, right here. Yes. Sellers, they push the trade or they push the market down. They push the market down. They push the market down to this point. This is the low. This is the lower that you can get. This is lower low, right? This is the lower you can get. Then after that, then it's the sellers, they have exhaustion. Maybe they are sleeping, resting, or they feel like, okay, this is the low the market can get. And some of them withdraw their investment. Some of them withdraw their money and all. Then after this area, the buyers have a reaction in this area and they push the market up a little bit. Then after that, then when the seller say, okay, I think the market is high enough. Now they want to push it more way further. Then they start selling in this area. Then after selling in this area, so the selling pressure in this area is more than the buying pressure that we have. Then what does the market do? The market drop deep again. Then after I get deep, having to create lower than this previous low, right? This happens to be lower low, and this happens to be lower high, because this is lower it can get, and this is the high it can get in that downtrend that the market is on. Then from this point, sellers push the market down to create a new lower high, sorry, lower low, which is lower than this, is lower than the previous low. Remember, this was this was the high, then this one is the higher than, it's higher than the high. So same thing as lower than the low. This one is lower than this low. Then again, after that happened, sell and buyers take over again and push the market, but they are unable to push it far above the the previous low that we have. If you understand what I mean, or if you're getting me, I would say. Then the market is lower again. So when it get there, what happened? Sellers like, okay, this was the area where we cashed out and where we sold all our shares. Now let's sell again. They sell again because they have the confidence it was they already moved past this area. Sorry about the noise. Sorry about the noise. So, which means that now they know that it happens to be the floor now. It happens to be resistance level, where it happens to be the ceiling, because this is like, okay, the market having to go high. Then now the sellers take over from me again. They push the market way below, or yeah, below the previous low. So this one happens to be, this was the previous lower low. This one happens to be now resulting to a new lower low. Then this one happens to be a new lower low. Then creating again new lower high. So that's just how you do it. It's not really like trading is just science. If you apply what needs to be applied, it should be easy. Let me just lower low. Just lower low. Okay. So same thing as like same thing. I'm just trying like it's as easy as that. Then when you're able to dictate and understand this, it will be easy for you to know the direction of on the market. Then if you're unable to see it and what you're seeing is just the market creating this same highs and same lows, then in this aspect the market is consolidating or ranging, you can say. And again, you will want to avoid the market rate, because again there's no direction and the market is not heading anywhere. Like in real life, you don't want to be with somebody who doesn't know what they're going to, right? It's like somebody just, I'm going out now, and you say, okay, no problem, let me enter your car. Then the person start moving and moving, turning back and forth, and you will get confused, right? Because that's not where you're heading to. So you have to know where the person is heading to. Then you know if, okay, it's your direction, then you follow with it. Same. So I'll use that analogy for you to be able to understand what I mean in the market. So which is why they say trend is your friend, or you should make friends with the trend, because it will help you or it will save you. It wouldn't stress you, it wouldn't put you in any emotional roller coaster as this one. Imagine you're entering trade and you think it's gonna break and doesn't break, then it comes down. then it's just going there. Like I will show you example of it. There was a time that I nearly run mad because for more than 3 months the market was ranging. It wasn't giving any directional path at all. Like it wasn't like being directional. It was just stand still. It's like it was there. So with that being said, I hope you understand this. And we okay. Let me see what is before I just call it a day. Okay, I think we already talk. I think we already talk about yeah this accuracy. Okay. Please don't be mad if I'm using this. I'm just again I don't want to. Like I said, trade is your yeah. Um, yeah. So in the next video, I'm gonna teach you on how to identify this trend on real life chart. I can show you example of it. I can show you example of it. I can show you example of it. Or should we wait till the next one? So what we should watch? Let the Holy Spirit lead me. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you a little example. Then tomorrow, the next video, we will talk way deeper on it. Okay. So now we can see this is the downtrend I'm gonna identify. So we have a lower high in this area, if you remember, and we have a new lower low. Then we have a new low. We have again a new lower high. You remember when I was explaining my trade? It was basically trend. This is a new lower low. This is a new lower high. So I entered my trade from a new lower high that was the market, sorry, lower high that the market was creating. So it was basically easy to just like when you make friends with trend, it's just it doesn't give you any stress at all. So regardless of that, I hope this video help you. I don't know how long the video is right now. If I don't know how long the video is right now, but it's about maybe 7 minutes. That's wow, that's crazy. You having to spend out watching this video till this point, you've done well for yourself. Trust me, you've done well for yourself. And tomorrow, in the next video, we're going to be explaining more deeply on the uh, on the trend. Then we'll move forward to the next stage of this course. With that being said, peace out. Hey, don't forget to follow, like follow. The truth of the matter is that I'm not looking to help. Like I know I cannot save many people or help many people, but you see the few that I'm gonna help, I'm gonna be like God is gonna be proud of me of having to help them in my own little way. In my own little way, right? So let's just get to work and we shall be the light, right? Peace out.